Good late evening, late afternoon, excuse me, on this rainy flood watch. Developing low pressure system tracking in from the south and southwest, tracking north-northeast, is going to provide 3 to 4 inches of rain for the greater Roseville metropolitan area in the great state of Michigan, right? This is Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, where you come for a one-of-a-kind company-made probability-based trading alert and technical analysis and company philosophy, along with sponsored by VGCI News and Weather Authority. Check out my other station down below in the description, Michigan Forecast Gold Standard. We do winter weather forecasting and seasonal forecasting, and we track winter storms. Our first video was put out on YouTube, and we got a good audience and a good showing there. People seem to like it. But what's going to happen here now is this is a subscriber request. Those links are below if you want a trading alert and a technical analysis on a specific coin. And a lovely subscriber wanted to get some VECHAIN. So we're going to start out like we always do from the far out time frame, right? And you can see it looks like we almost have a big W, but it's a big bull trap. You had a massive pump out of the shit house down there. You can see, oh yeah, we have a shit house in VECHAIN. You can see we had that massive pump. And now you started to get, if you take this, and you always start from the far out time frame, so you can try to get an understanding of where the coin was and where the coin may be going in a super simple, easy way. Now you can see we've hit it here as lower support, then we broke through it, then we hit it as upper resistance and crashed again, then hit it as upper resistance and straddled it and then broke out. Then we came back down the first dump and we hit it and got bought back up. And then we crashed back down, got bought back up, and a big wick, got bought back up, and now we're holding support, pumped, and now we came back down to it, right? So now you can kind of see how we got to where we're at and how that blue line's acted as key support and resistance. This horizontal line, the green line at 58 cents, 59 cents, acted as some major support here, here, and here, right? So we think, and you can see I have that marked with a big, nice arrow. And right here, you're trying to get bought back up again. But as we zoom in now that we have an understanding on how we got to this point, so we can try to probability-based forecast this in a super simple, easy way to trade this market, right? And we zoom in now, and you can see we're just now starting to cross with decreasing volume that critical uptrending support at the 0.09 cent level. So what I think is going to go on now in the VECHAIN is you're going to probably trade down with our industry exclusive drawing tool. You're probably going to start to trade down, and you're going to have to retest this lower major support where you bounced once on a huge wick and bought back up, twice on a huge wick and bought back up, 3 times on a nice wick and it bought back up, and then a 4th time in a huge pump that you got broke down from up there, right? And you came down now and crashed. So I think you're going to trade back down in the VECHAIN down to the 59 cent level. And then I think you could get a nice bounce off of that and then come back up and try to back test this old resistance, old support that it's been hitting it on here after it crashes through it like it's trying to right now. Come back down and retest this major support and then try to fight and trade and call and scratch your way back up and retest this now, or back test it as upper resistance now as it was old support. When you flip underneath it, it becomes new resistance, right? So that's what's probably most likely going to happen. Is I think you're coming down here, my beautiful subscriber, to 0.05 cents right now if we cannot hold this critical level right here. And as we zoom in a little bit more now into the 5-day, to get a super close and simple, easy, better overall look at this, right? Get rid of that. Get rid of that, scoot this over right now. And if we take a look at this now, you can see we're trying to get bought back up on this line. We've hit it once, twice, 3 times, right? See how super simple and easy this is when you start from the far out time frame and then work your way in, right? Super simple and easy, and that's how Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, technical analysis, my technical analysis classes that I do on here every day. Every video I put out is its own class with this industry exclusive, simple, easy technical analysis. And now that we know where we are in the far out time frame, we can work our way in the daily time frame in the hourly time frame, right? And you can see we have major upper resistance there, and it's almost like we're creating this little wedge, right? Just go out to 45. See that? It's almost like we're creating this wedge with our industry exclusive drawing tool. We've got a whole slew of upper resistance. Every time we come into this area, we get shot down, bang, like the duck hunter is there, right? I think the duck hunter is there, and here he is, right? He's just chilling with his gun, right? And he's just waiting with that big old eye over there. Boy, that's a fucked up big old eye you got there. Yes, it is. And those are some big ears you got there. Well, that's for seeing and hearing, boss. He's a retarded duck hunter today. He's had a little bit too much to drink, but he's been bam, bam. Every time the ducks pop up, they're bam, get shot down, pop up, bam, get shot down, pop up, bam, get shot down, right? So we know we got major overhead resistance and sell pressure with that 200-day moving average up there, and then we finally flushed. Because what you had here, just like in the Doge and the Mother coins, you had a descending triangle, you had a lower high, right? Super simple and easy. I hope you're following along with me, everybody. Lower high 2, lower high 3, back down to support, right? So we had a descending upper resistance, and we had a horizontal support once, twice, 3, 4, and 5 times. A horizontal support line, that's a descending triangle, and the targeted move out of that would have been from the top to the bottom, right? Oops. Delete. Get off. To the point of a breakout. See how it's super simple, and look how that works. And it hit dead on. It hit the target beautifully, so it's fulfilled the target. Now you see when you're diagnosing and sniffing out and detecting and overting and subverting the criminal gangster cartel, and you know what the pattern is after you've let the proper steps going, where you start out from the far out time frame and start dissecting it, and then work your way into the closer time frames. And if you have the right pattern and you're not jumping the gun and you're doing your homework, you know where the target is, and you see how that matched up beautifully. We fulfilled the target beautifully, and now we're creeping under that huge critical support line. So if you don't get bought back up around here now, but it's getting choppy, right? See how it's getting choppy? This is almost like it's a broadening wedge, right? But that's a bullish reversal, because a lot of times after you fulfill the pattern, you like to get bought back up and fight your way up and back test your overhead resistance. Now that's up here, see that? Just to get rejected, and that's what I call the hook nose Jew bearish reversal pattern, right? Where you crash, you come up with that big hook nose, and then they pull the rug out from under you. So scenario 1 now is after you fulfill that target in the pattern, you get bought back up and try to retest and back test your old support, which is now your new upper resistance at 10 cents or 0.10. Yeah, 10 cents. And then if you can't fight that off and make a bigger push up, you'll get rejected and come on down to the next target, which is right here, right? The green line at 0.05 cents, that's major underneath support. So you have a big watch here. See if you can hold that after you fulfill the target. And option 1 is you bounce back up. I don't know if you're in this coin right now or just trying to make a buy, but this could be a probability based buy, right? If you dangle in here and see if you can catch a bounce there, or if you cannot hold that and you end up crashing, right? If you can't hold this, you're going to end up crashing down to that next level, right? Oops, you gotta figure out how to get that off, right there. If you can't hold that, you're going to crash to the next level, right? So that's what I'd watch for. See how this handles this overall line at the 0.092 cents. You fulfill the target out of that descending triangle, and we're going to see if you can't hold that, because if you can't, unfortunately, you're going to come down to that green line to 0.05916. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Links are above and below to support the channel. Coin requests like this is always acceptable. Peace and love to my beautiful, growing, lovely subscribers and community.